giant becomes ordinary when these catches are discussed.
Oh, it's a big one!
And the impossible becomes reality when caught on camera.
Look at that fish. Look at that giant. The tail.
So if you think you've seen it all, wait until you see what came out of these waters.
Oh, holy
Two men were out fishing in the river when they caught something unbelievable. A giant arapaima. Its size was even bigger than the boat itself. Leaving both of them silent for a moment. This massive fish, often called the river monster of the Amazon, is considered in Brazil as both a rare catch and an important part of the ecosystem. Facing one that huge would test anyone's nerves. River mouth monster. It began as an ordinary day by the river when the man felt a pull unlike anything before. His fishing rod bent almost in half, creaking under the weight. Then, the water stirred, and a huge shape surfaced. Only its mouth could be seen, wide and dark. The moment the rod snapped, fear took over, and he let it go. Standing there in disbelief, he realized that this calm river might be home to something far beyond his understanding. Hidden salamander. This man thought he had caught a giant fish, but when he pulled it out of the water, things took an unexpected turn. The creature had legs and arms, moving slowly as it tried to slip away. Confused, he showed the footage to others, and that's when he learned the truth. It wasn't a fish at all, but a salamander. The unusual catch quickly grabbed attention online, leaving everyone amazed at how such creatures can stay hidden in plain sight for so long. Swamp monster. This man went fishing in a swamp near the mountains and ended up with a catch no one expected. After a long struggle, he pulled out a catfish so massive it was bigger than him. Standing there next to it, he looked almost small in comparison. That moment turned his quiet fishing trip into a real encounter with what many would call a true swamp monster. River giant. These friends were enjoying a calm day fishing when they noticed small fish gathering around their bait. Everything seemed normal until a massive shape suddenly rose from below. In a single bite, the giant creature took the bait and vanished beneath the surface. Shocked but determined, they worked together to bring it back up. When they finally caught it, the size left them speechless. After taking a few photos, they carefully released it, watching the river giant swim away into the depths.
Look at the size of this thing, man! I can't believe we just hauled her in!
Glowing red eyes. This man was fishing at night when he spotted something that gave him chills. Two strange fish were floating near the surface. Their faces were creepy, with what looked like glowing red eyes and eerie smiles. Curious, he tossed a small fish toward them, and within moments, it was gone. The water went still again, until one of them slowly resurfaced, staring up as if waiting for more. The unsettling sight left him wondering what kind of creatures lurk in the dark waters after midnight. Napoleon encounter. This couple went out to the sea for a simple fishing trip, not expecting much, but after a long and tiring struggle, their line pulled harder than ever.
Check it out of my pocket. Big wrasse.
When they finally got a look, they were amazed.
He's so beautiful.
He's beautiful.
Look at the size of his lips, though.
It was a massive Napoleon fish, shining with bright patterns across its body. The sight left them both stunned and excited. Knowing it was an endangered species, they gently released it back into the ocean, grateful for a rare encounter they'd never forget. Swamp river monster. This man couldn't believe his luck when he hooked something massive during his river trip. After a long struggle, he finally pulled it close, and there it was. a giant river monster easily twice his size. Standing beside it, he looked tiny compared to the enormous catch. Instead of keeping it, he decided to let it go, but not before snapping a few photos to remember the moment. Watching the huge creature swim away was a sight he'll never forget. Enormous catch. Jeremy went out for what he thought would be a normal fishing trip, but things quickly got intense. The moment he cast his line, a powerful pull hit, bending his rod and refusing to let go. After a long struggle, he finally saw what he had hooked. And it was enormous, bigger than anything he expected. As he got it closer, the sheer size of the fish left everyone watching in awe.
1 meter 91, nearly 2 meters across, 191.
This unbelievable catch showed just how unpredictable fishing can be, and thanks to the camera, the entire jaw-dropping moment was captured for the world to witness. Red megalodon. Some say the red megalodon is just a legend, but this clip might change your mind. These fishermen thought they had a normal catch when suddenly their rod was hit with a massive force. Pulling it up, they discovered a huge shark with a striking red nose. Its size and shape made it almost impossible to identify, sparking wild theories online. Once the video went viral, many viewers were convinced this could be a real megalodon making a comeback. A red meg like no one has seen before. A normal fishing day had turned into a jaw-dropping mystery. Mutant turtle. A strange-looking turtle was discovered in a pond near an old military test site, and it immediately caught everyone's attention. Its shell and features didn't look like any normal turtle seen before, leaving people puzzled. Many began to wonder if past military experiments could have changed the wildlife living around that area. Scientists are now studying it closely to understand what caused its unusual appearance. For now, this mutant turtle remains one of the most mysterious finds from the region. 300-pound lagoon.
300-pounder. Yes.
Fishing in a lagoon usually means smaller catches, but this group of friends found something huge. While exploring, they spotted a massive fish lurking in the water, estimated to weigh around 300 pounds. With nothing but their bare hands, they managed to catch it, carefully lifting and measuring the impressive creature. The size alone was enough to leave anyone amazed, but the friends made a thoughtful choice. After documenting their incredible catch, they returned the fish to the lagoon, letting it swim freely in its natural home. A surprising day that combined adventure and respect for nature. Parasite surprise. A fisherman caught what looked like a normal fish until he noticed something strange inside its mouth. When he looked closer, he saw a parasite clinging to the fish's tongue, feeding from the inside. The tiny creature even tried to crawl onto his hand, giving him quite a scare. Thankfully, he managed to remove it safely and release the fish back into the water. It's one of those catches that reminds you how many hidden things live beneath the surface. What would you do in his place? Legendary catfish. This man went on a fishing trip hoping for a good catch, but what he pulled out was beyond anything he expected. Hanging from his line was a giant catfish, so big it looked like something straight out of a legend. Calm and amazed, he gently petted the massive fish and snapped a few photos to remember the moment. After taking it all in, he carefully released it back into the river, letting the true river monster swim off into its home once again. Whale surprise. The fishermen were having a regular day when a massive whale suddenly appeared from the water. It leapt up and landed with a splash that rocked the boat slightly. After a moment, the whale dove back under.
Oh! Oh!
Leaving only ripples behind. The sight was completely unexpected, turning an ordinary fishing trip into a rare experience. Watching such a large creature up close was surprising, and the moment stayed with them.
Shit! Oh, get that on video!
Giant whales. Fishing in Italy's Po Delta in February 2015 seemed like any other day, until one catch changed everything. While using bait on the water's surface, a sudden, powerful tug sent him into a 40-minute battle with an enormous fish. After a long struggle, he finally revealed a gigantic Wells catfish weighing 280 pounds and measuring 2.44 meters. The sheer size left him in awe. After taking a moment to appreciate the catch, he carefully released it back into the river, letting it continue its life. A rare and unforgettable encounter that few anglers ever experience. Resting tiger shark. While fishing in the sea, this man spotted what looked like a giant tiger shark floating upside down near the surface. At first, it seemed lifeless, drifting quietly with the waves. But as the boat moved closer, the shark suddenly shifted and started swimming, perfectly alive and strong. The sight caught everyone off guard. It wasn't stranded or weak, just calmly resting in the water. Moments later, it disappeared into the deep, leaving the man wondering what made it behave that way. Unexpected catch. These men were fishing late at night when their lines suddenly went heavy. They pulled with all their strength, expecting a normal catch, but what came out of the dark water left them speechless. A giant fish, so big it took both hands just to lift it. One man tried to hold it up, but could barely manage, laughing in disbelief at the weight. That night's quiet turned into a moment they'd remember forever, proof that even familiar rivers can hide unexpected giants. Released river creature. Two friends were fishing by the river when they spotted something huge moving near the surface.
Guys, we're trying to catch Eerie. See the size of that thing?
Curious, they decided to go for it, not realizing how strong it would be. After a long struggle and a lot of pulling, they finally brought it close.
He's right here. Come on, I almost got him. Slow down, buddy. Slow down, buddy.
And couldn't believe their eyes. It was a massive arapaima, much larger than they expected. After taking the measurements, they carefully released it back into the water, watching the river giant disappear beneath the surface once again.
How wide they are. Look at that.
Massive great white. Out in the open sea, these men were fishing as usual when something huge tugged on their line. The pull was so strong it nearly tipped the boat. After a tense struggle, they finally managed to bring it close.
Caught the biggest fish ever on black fish, a great white shark. Look at that thing.
And there it was, a massive great white shark weighing over 1,800 pounds. Everyone on board stood stunned, staring at the sheer size of it. What started as a normal fishing trip quickly turned into a once-in-a-lifetime moment on the ocean.
We're diving her right now, and we're gonna let her go.
Mako chaos. A group of fishermen in Whitianga, New Zealand, were stunned when a mako shark suddenly leaped out of the water and landed right on their boat. The scene was caught on camera, showing the shark thrashing around just a few feet away from them. No one could believe what they were seeing. It was pure chaos for a moment. One of the men later called it a crazy moment, and honestly, after seeing that, you'd probably think twice before calling it just another fishing trip.
What's up? Holy
Golden salmon. While fishing close to the river's edge, these men noticed something shining beneath the water. As they reeled it in, the glow became clearer. It was a golden salmon, something rarely seen in the wild.
Come on, go!
Everyone on the spot knew they'd just caught something truly special. Getting a golden salmon isn't just luck. It's one of those rare moments that turn an ordinary fishing trip into an unforgettable catch. Albino catch. While fishing in the river, this man pulled up something he never expected. At first, he thought it was a normal catch, but as it came closer, its pale color stood out.
Got nuked by an albino catfish.
It was an albino fish, one of the rarest sights in freshwater. The man couldn't believe his luck, holding in his hands a catch that most fishermen only hear stories about.
Albino blue, probably about 10, 12 pounds. Look at that.
painted fish. A man standing by the edge of the river got a surprise he wasn't expecting. As he reeled in his line, a flash of color caught his eye.
There we go. That's what we've been after. No way. No way. Oh my gosh.
The fish he pulled out had a bluish-green body with bright orange lines running across it, unlike anything he had seen before. Its colors looked almost painted, making it hard to believe it came from the same river he always fished in. That catch turned his ordinary day into something truly fascinating.
World's most colorful fish. Look at this thing.
That is the fish of my dream.
Mysterious mermaid. A viral video filmed by sailors from the Taiwan Navy has everyone talking. In the clip, a mysterious shape appears in the water, something that looks almost human, but moves like a sea creature. The sailors believe they captured a mermaid, and the footage has spread quickly online, drawing plenty of attention and debate. Some viewers think it's a real sighting, while others say it could just be the waves creating a strange illusion. Still, the question remains, what exactly did they film out there? Bridge mermaid. While fishing at Flat Bridge in Jamaica, this family witnessed something that left them speechless. As they looked over the water, a strange head appeared on the surface. It had long hair. The girls recording the moment could be heard calling it a mermaid, their voices filled with surprise. The clip spread fast, leaving people curious about what they truly saw in those mysterious waters beneath the old bridge. Sharp-toothed creature. A man went scuba diving to catch fish, but ended up facing something far stranger. While exploring the seabed, he noticed a weird-looking creature hiding inside a hole. Curious, he nudged it gently with his stick, but in a flash, it snapped back, showing small, sharp teeth.
Oh yeah, no, he's alive.
Oh my god!
The quick bite was enough to make him pull away instantly. Before he could take a closer look, the strange fish vanished into the sand, leaving behind nothing but bubbles and a whole lot of questions.
So good. That is the creepiest looking thing I've ever seen. Oh yeah, just...
Blue marlin. These fishermen headed out to the sea for a regular day of fishing, but ended up with an unforgettable catch. After a tough fight with the line, they finally pulled in a huge blue marlin.
Big one! Holy sh**!
The fish was massive, its long bill and sleek body showing the power of the ocean. That day, the sea truly rewarded their patience and skill.
Oh, it's a big one!
Paddlefish challenge. This man was fishing on the Missouri River near the Montana-North Dakota line, chasing one of the river's oldest and biggest creatures, the paddlefish. Hooking one wasn't easy. The weight and strength of these prehistoric giants made every pull a challenge.
I'm just gonna walk back.
He called it the toughest fishing he'd ever done, but also the most exciting. When he finally brought one close, the size and shape of it left him in awe. It was a moment that perfectly showed the thrill of real river fishing.
Nice fish.
Okay.
Transparent sea creature. While boating in the open sea, this man noticed something unusual drifting near the surface. A long, transparent creature was slowly gliding through the water, almost blending in with it. Curious, he tried to nudge it with his paddle, but it hardly moved, just floated there calmly. It didn't behave like any fish or sea snake he'd ever seen. The strange sight left him staring in silence, wondering what kind of mysterious life could exist beneath the ocean's surface. Baby mermaid. While fishing by the river, this man came across something he never expected. At first, it looked like a small fish floating near the surface, but when he gently moved it with his stick, he froze. The creature seemed to have tiny arms like a human, and even strands of long hair. The strange clip quickly spread online, with many calling it a baby mermaid. Before anyone could take a closer look, it slipped back into the water and vanished without a trace. giant sturgeon. A group of fishermen got the surprise of their lives when they pulled up a catch unlike anything they'd seen before. Their lines went tight, and after a long struggle, a giant sturgeon surfaced, almost the size of their boat. The sheer scale of the fish left everyone silent for a moment. It was one of those rare catches that remind you how incredible nature can be. They quickly measured it, took a few photos, and watched the river giant swim back into the depths. Eerie yellow eyes. After waiting patiently for a bite, this man finally hooked something big, but when he pulled it out, he froze. The fish was massive, but its face looked unsettling with bright yellow eyes staring right back at him. It wasn't like any fish he'd seen before, and the eerie look made the moment even stranger. That unexpected find turned his quiet fishing day into something he'll never forget.
Look at that.
Massive halibut. This diver was fishing in the cold waters of Alaska when he hooked something incredibly strong. It was a giant halibut, so big that getting it on the boat became almost impossible. The fish thrashed and pulled with unbelievable force, testing every bit of his strength, even though he couldn't lift it aboard. The sight of that enormous halibut was enough to make the trip unforgettable. It was the kind of catch every fisherman dreams about.
Come on.
Predator surprise. This man was fishing out at sea when he felt a heavy pull on his line. Thinking he'd caught a good-sized fish, he started reeling it in. But what came up left him stunned. The fish he'd hooked was actually inside the mouth of an even bigger one. The giant predator had swallowed most of it whole, still gripping it as it surfaced. It was a moment of pure surprise, showing just how unpredictable the ocean can be when you least expect it.
Look at this, my hand. Oh my God.
Flying fish. A quiet day by the water quickly turned unforgettable when a fish suddenly leapt out of the sea, gliding above the surface like it was flying. Its smooth movement caught the man's full attention, and he knew he had to try for it. Carefully, he set up his bait and waited. After a tense moment, the fish finally took the bait, and he managed to reel it in. The catch was as surprising as the leap itself, a moment that made an ordinary day at the sea truly remarkable.
Flying all over the place.
Shimmering greenfish. These friends thought they were just having a normal day fishing, but then something completely unexpected appeared on their line. As they pulled it up, a bright green fish shimmered in the sunlight, almost like it wasn't real. They examined it closely, trying to figure out what kind of fish it could be. Capturing the moment on camera made it even more unbelievable. A simple fishing trip had turned into a rare discovery they'd remember and share for years to come. Amazon giant. Fishing in the Amazon is never predictable, and one man found that out the hard way. Thinking he'd catch a regular fish, he cast his line.
Right there.
But something enormous surfaced instead. A giant fish, unlike anything he had ever seen, struggled against the pull. Its size and strange features left him staring in disbelief. Lifting it was tough, but even harder was wrapping his mind around what he had caught. Filmed on camera, this incredible moment proved once again that the Amazon is full of surprises, hiding creatures most people could only imagine.
Prehistoric, all the way. Wow. Is that a beautiful fish or what?
Sea lion catch. Out on the icy Russian waters, a group of fishermen thought they were about to make the catch of a lifetime. Their net was packed so full it was hard to pull onto the boat, and they were ready to see a huge pile of fish. But when they opened it, They got the surprise of their lives. Right among the fish was a big sea lion, tangled up while chasing the same meal. It stared at them with wide, curious eyes. A moment none of them expected. Alien-looking creature. While walking by a river, a man stumbled upon something bizarre. A pale, long creature with tiny, almost alien-like eyes. He quickly recorded it, and once the clip went online, it exploded, racking up over 1 million views. People were eager to figure out what it was. Some thought it could be a rare salamander, while others guessed a soft-shelled turtle. Despite all the theories, no one could say for sure. The mysterious creature left everyone puzzled and fascinated. Open sea giant. A fisherman out at sea set a large bait on his hook, hoping for a good catch, but he wasn't ready for what appeared next.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
A giant fish took the bait, pulling with incredible strength that tested every bit of his skill. After a long and tiring struggle, he finally managed to reel it in. Holding the enormous fish at the surface, he snapped a few photos before carefully releasing it back into the water. The day ended with an unforgettable encounter in the open sea.
Look at that fish. Look at that giant. The tail.
Alien fish. Off the coast of Los Cabos, Mexico, a fisherman hauled in something completely unexpected, a strange pink and white creature unlike anything seen before. Its unusual shape and colors immediately caught attention, leaving the fisherman as puzzled as everyone watching online. As the clip spread across social media, people couldn't stop asking questions. Was it a rare type of fish, a shark, or something entirely different? The bizarre catch sparked debates and theories everywhere, earning it the nickname Alien Fish. Even now, viewers are still trying to figure out what it really is, making this discovery a truly mysterious ocean moment. Deep sea parasitoid. Could this be an alien from the sea? While out boating, a man spotted a tiny creature that looked straight out of a sci-fi movie. Its eerie, almost horrifying face grabbed attention immediately. At first, people thought it was a parasite, but researchers clarified it's actually a parasitoid called Phronima. With a spider-like transparent body, this deep-sea amphipod usually lives inside the body of a sea salp. Despite its small size, the sight is shocking enough, but imagining it at a much larger scale makes it truly terrifying. Big fin squid. Just when you think you've seen it all, nature surprises again. While diving deep, a man spotted a magna pinna, or big fin squid, living farther down than any other squid, up to 6,212 meters deep in the Hadal zone. Its massive tentacles, stretching 4 to 8 meters, make it an incredible sight, and though harmless, encountering it up close is unforgettable. Legendary monster. A man was having a quiet fishing day when suddenly his reel went tight with an unexpected force. Pulling with all his strength, he soon realized this wasn't an ordinary catch. The struggle was intense as he battled to bring the massive creature to the surface. When it finally appeared, its size and shape were almost mythical, reminding him of legends like the Loch Ness Monster. Completely amazed, he knew this was by far the biggest catch of his life. The moment was unforgettable, a story he would share for years, capturing the thrill of one extraordinary fishing day. Giant river gar. After a long struggle, these two fishermen finally managed to catch a massive river monster.
No. No.
It was a giant gar, the biggest either of them had ever seen. The fish was so heavy that both had to lift it together, struggling to keep it steady.
But a 7'2" gar, this is a trophy.
Once they measured it and took a few photos, they carefully released it back into the river. Watching the enormous gar swim away, they realized they just experienced one of the most impressive catches of their lives. 600-pound catch. These fishermen thought it would be a normal day on the water, but they were in for a shock. A sudden, powerful pull on the rod signaled something huge was on the line.
Oh my gosh.
Off to the horse racing.
After a long, intense battle, they finally hauled in a massive fish weighing around 600 pounds. The sheer size left them completely amazed.
Look at the size of that fish.
Congrats, Kai.
But instead of keeping it, the fishermen made a thoughtful choice. They carefully returned the giant fish to the water, letting it swim free. What started as an ordinary trip turned into an unforgettable moment, showcasing both the thrill and respect of fishing. Curious seal. Fishing by the water, a man didn't expect any surprises, until one appeared.
Seal.
A curious seal suddenly popped its head above the surface, staring straight at him. He froze, unsure how to react as the seal swam around playfully, inspecting the area. For a few moments, it seemed like it might hang around, but just as quickly, it dove back under and vanished. The encounter left the fisherman amazed, realizing he had just shared his quiet fishing spot with a wild visitor. A simple day by the water had turned into a brief, unforgettable wildlife moment. Waterfall fishing. Now this is every fisherman's fantasy turned real. Imagine standing in the water and not even needing to cast your line, because the fish are literally jumping right into your net. That's exactly what happened to this man. The fish kept sliding down the waterfall straight toward him, filling his net over and over again. No bait, no effort, just pure luck and perfect timing. While most fishermen wait for hours hoping for one bite, this guy was scooping up fish non-stop. Talk about effortless fishing at its best. Russian mystery. A fisherman in Russia went out expecting a normal day on the lake, but what he pulled up left him speechless. Instead of a fish, his net revealed a strange creature with features unlike anything he'd seen before. Its shape and texture didn't match any known species, sparking talk about where it came from. Some say it could be a result of evolution, while others believe it might not even be from Earth. Whatever it was, that discovery quickly became the talk of the region. Pike encounter. This fisherman couldn't believe his luck when he caught a massive 117-centimeter female pike. What made it even rarer was that a smaller male swam right beside her, almost like he was guarding her. Knowing how special this moment was, the fisherman carefully released her back into the water. He later mentioned that although fishing is allowed in March, an earlier closed season might help protect pike during their early spawning, especially with changing weather affecting their natural rhythm. Subscribers pick. And now, let's move on to the subscribers pick. These men were fishing far out in the sea when their line suddenly pulled hard. Whatever was on the other end had unbelievable strength, nearly tipping the boat.
Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm.
One of the men even lost balance and fell into the water as they tried to hold on. The fish stayed at a distance, thrashing with powerful movements that made it impossible to reel in. After a long struggle, the line finally went loose, leaving them with nothing but waves and the memory of what got away. With that, see you next time.